I wanted to end that segment. In fact, I had ended the segment just for Mariam Longe to throw in, to do my job, throwing in an angle. And I'm like, sounds interesting. So Mariam was saying, would you like to establish it? Mariam was saying that, you know, in a situation where you are in a relationship with somebody, but this your ex is about to be your ticket out of poverty. You know, you're in a serious fix where you know that there's nothing. But the ex now says, for me to come and help you, you must come back to me and leave your spouse. This is a true story. I have seen it. No, say they're here. I know of the story. This person came right in and took over this person's marriage. But it was a trade-off of love over opportunity or love over comfort. Do I stay with the person I love because I truly love her? Or do I tell myself, you know what, this ex brings a huge opportunity that is a life that might never come back again. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Let me take it. At least from where I am with this ex, I'll be sending money to you people. I'll be making sure you will be fine. You'll be all right. But at least I will be living the best life. That is a trade-off. And these are things, it might be immoral, but these are decisions people are making. Because you get to a point, you see, when you're in your 30s, it's difficult to make that kind of decision because you feel like I'm in love, I have my husband. When you get to maybe mid-50, you're a 50-year-old, or in your early 50s, where you've established, and your kids are grown up, they can understand. And you find one ex who's ready to take you to the next level. You see life differently.
I don't
see life totally differently, don't you think?
I don't think that it has to do with the age. I think it has to do with who you are. Of course, age comes with its experience, and based on the experience, you might start looking at life a bit differently and judging things differently. We say it a lot with marriage. We say, oh, when you're in your 20s, you say, I want all that handsome. When you're in your 30s, you be like, okay, let me take it again. When you're in your 20s, tall, dark, handsome. When you are in your 30s, even if it is not tall, at least let him be dark and handsome. Height. When you're in your 40s, okay, dark. Even if it's just remove handsome, remove tall, I will just take it. By the time you're in your 50s, any man, come, I will marry. So that's a narrative. But there's some people that will say, I'm not doing. I'll wait. I believe in what I want, and I'll wait. Even if I don't get it until I'm 60, I'll still get that ideal person I want. So back to this story of a woman having to compromise. A spouse yes. Having to compromise because of financial benefits to the family. It's not new. We've heard it. We've heard it several times where they say you go to apply for a job and you find out that the interviewer is your ex, and the lady says, I'll give you the job, or the man says, I'll give you a job. And in exchange for all the other benefits that will come, and people have been heard to compromise on it. My question is, can you live with yourself in the reality of who you have now become? Because for you to be able to do that, it means that you have decided that you are compromising on you've sold out your marriage for funds. You've sold out your values for funds. Are you able to live with yourself? And in this world, with what we're seeing on social media, a lot of people are able to live with themselves. And it becomes so bad. I'm sure I've discussed it outside the show. I don't think I've mentioned it on air, that while as a TV presenter here, somebody sent me a message. And I was extremely shocked at the context of that message. Like, what are you expecting? I'm married. Like, you know I am married. Why would you be propositioning me on this level? Like, I did not understand. I took it very, very personal. I was not asking myself, like, did I give a vibe? Was I sending a message? What did I do that communicated to this person that the person could have asked me that thing? So I blocked the number. The person now stumbled and saw me and told me, you're a woman now. You're a fine woman. People will ask you. You will say no. Simple. It's not wrong for me not to ask you. And because other people are agreeing that all these ones, is that not the only one? I have the one that when I go to Ibadan, I have one I go to Abuja, and they agree. So, and they are all married because I prefer married women. Yes. Because they will not carry belly for me. So that was my reality. And many people. Not your reality. I think that was a shock for me. Yeah. Like, that was the first time I was seeing that as a reality that people were going through that experience. So a lot of people are willing to compromise on their values for financial benefits, even compromise on their marriage financial benefits. Can you live with yourself?
So I agree with what you say about age, because I've heard stories too. And I feel that men, don't crucify me today, but I feel like men take these decisions that they will call rational decisions. I know of someone who said it was a rational decision. I've been with this woman for 10, 15 years. we have been in the thick of things. Things are hard. You know, my career wasn't moving anywhere. She was at home taking care of the kids. The way he saw it, in another 10 to 15 years, they will still be, you know, where they are. And then he meets an ex who was going to change, who was going to help, you know, further his career. Money was going to come in. And he thought that the best thing to do was to be with the ex now. And whatever he makes from being in that relationship with, he sends home. He says, I will divorce her. She will have an opportunity to even go out and meet other people and also live a better life. So it's not 2-0. This person thought, if I stay, it's 2-0. If I go, it's, you know, she gets something,
1-1.
I get something. She will get over me in time anyway, you know. So, but I like how you said that, are you going to be able to live with the person that you have become? But some people have been happy to live with the sort of person that they have become. They even feel that they've done you a favor by putting their, you know, by taking.
Because it goes back to the foundation of many marriages in Nigeria. Many of us marry for different reasons, at different levels.
Security.
Some of us have the, lovey-dovey, we fall in love, and others are just either they're arranged or maybe a marriage of opportunity. There are different reasons. But you see, at certain ages in your life, you can accept those reasons. But as you grow and mature, and you come of age, you've accomplished something, you now realize, you know what, I think it's time for me to be happy. I think it's time for me to find real love. That thing that was giving you butterflies when you're in your 20s, that person is looking for that butterfly at 50. And you say, you know what, if this my ex can give me those butterflies, I will stay with him for the next 20, 30 years of my life, and I'll be happy. My kids are mature enough, and they can say, so it could be a compromise, but because you tasted that butterfly with your ex, but you compromised and married somebody else for different reasons. But unfortunately, it didn't work. So life happens to people, and we must, as we discuss these things, we help people understand that, not to normalize it, but we can help them give some kind of understanding. So they know there are options.
Consequences.
See the consequences.
Are there consequences?
There are consequences.
Hey, poverty has a way of knocking out your values.
Thank you.
May we not see the kind of poverty that you can even deny your child just for a morsel of bread. It gets to that point where your values are not, like you don't know who you are anymore. And that's why they always advise that find something, just find it and keep pushing and keep believing and keep praying, whatever you need to do, so that you are not in a state where anything can happen and you can easily sell your soul. And this happens across, you know, the globe. It happens to almost everyone. You just get to a situation where you're looking, you're not asking yourself, I've been holy since, I had integrity since now. It has not paid me. I had this one since now. But where am I? Look at the person that does not have. Look at the life. You're now comparing and you have to make some decisions. So we need to, I don't know whether it's to pray now
Remember this
or to believe now that anyhow, God, don't put me in a situation where I will sell my soul for a morsel of bread just because I'm very poor to make the right decision.
Said something that reminded me of a story. Let me take this call first. Okporo from Ikorodu, thanks for calling.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I just want to contribute to this topic.
Yes.
The last topic on this program of S.
Yes.
I want to say that this is very dicey. Very, very dicey. If you have a SS and you are still living with me, very dicey to your immediate family, because these are signals that, you know, we have feelings, we have body chemistry, and we always say when you see your SS. So for that reason, you have to set a boundary. Otherwise, what happened before, you still have a way of playing itself. And that will set a fire on your family if there's not taken. So it's always good that when you have a S, you set a boundary that, okay, this is where you can't stop communicating. But you must know the kind of communication you have with your S, and you also let your spouse be aware of such S before, so that it can be, you know, it can also be aware that you have an S before, so that you won't have any kind of suspicion. So that's my contribution.
Thank you very much, Mr. Okpa. I didn't hear most of it, but I think you guys...
Communication and boundaries.
Okay. Okay, the reason when you're talking, I heard of a story. Now, I don't know this person. I only heard of the story. I'm not sure how true it is. But the story I heard when you were talking reminded me that this lady, according to this pastor, she was in the world. It was a pastor that was giving us this story. She was your regular girl, and she was partying, had boyfriends, and she had a guy, and she was sexually active. She wasn't, you know, she did a lot of worldly things that we see. And then, I think in her mid-20s or something, she now became a Christian. and decided to be very pious. She stopped all her lifestyle, stopped all those things, and now entered marriage. She wanted to marry specifically a pastor. And she now got into this marriage with a man of God who was a man of God. And you know, there's a man of God that see other room side as if it was the spiritual matter. So he wasn't satisfying her in so many ways because he's a man of God and he was praying and fasting and, you know, he was one of those maybe once in 6 months kind of person. You know, now this is a girl that has experienced it in the world, in that world. She has seen that with an ex. There's a particular ex that they used to do drugs together, they used to do stuff, and she really got away. It took a lot of deliverance to get her out of that. So she left him, but she really loved that guy. And she left him and now entered this marriage. Initially, it was perfect because that's what she wanted. She wanted to calm down. But then as she started growing, and I think maybe in her mid-40s or something, she got to a point in her life where she felt that I miss that guy. That guy had gone through rehab. He has cleaned up himself. He was married to somebody else. He wasn't happy in his own marriage. They reconnected as friends to help him to Christ. And before you know it, before you say Jack Robinson.
Okay, in the shadow started happening.
helped him to Christ.
No, she tried to, because the man was a man of God. He was actually a pastor in church. That's her husband. No, so she was a woman she was a real woman. She had become a really, but because of that, her former lifestyle, it's somewhere inside her. It's still inside.
So when Jesus cleanses everything as if he
didn't cleanse this one.
It's a constant journey.
So,
it's a constant. But I think
the point is, so that story, because I remember I got this story many years ago. So this woman messed with her ex, and that one lit up her fire and brought everything back. Now,
she collected her
so if you were her sister then, how would you advise her? Because in her mind, so yeah, to people she backslid. To her, she found happiness.
And so life is about, there's always, for some cases, I don't even think it's for all cases, economically there is opportunity cost. For every time you face A, you are letting go of B because you've chosen to face A. And that's life. Yeah. There'll be price to pay. And when you are paying that price, you must always put in the picture the long-term benefits of what you're hoping to get at the end of the day. So if she's considered, I've already done a few years following this system and it didn't work for me, and I'm looking at 20 years down the line, I cannot continue like this. I'm willing to make the sacrifice. Let me take my joy now, regardless of whatever happens. That's our own choice. Some people get away with it. When we're young, we hear stories now. Bad girls, they'll have done like 15 abortions, do orishi, they will marry, they will still born. You see girl that is being good girl all her life. Virgin marriage. Yeah. They will not find out that she cannot get pregnant. Another one, they be good girl all her life. Then she just, one day like this, she just say, oh, I just fell into sin. Once, pin, carry belle, or HIV. So some people don't have those opportunities to play around. Your life might not carry, your grace might not give you those opportunities. Like the grace you have is just one, don't make that mistake. For some other people, they can do 10 and it will go. Because you don't know what your path is. Yeah. That's why we follow what is good from what is bad. Even if you hear the stories, I can see women that would marry 4, 5, they can marry 4 different men. And all the men, very successful,
there are plenty in
all of that.
Plenty.
And then you will see one that will just walk away from a relationship and never end. Nothing happens again. Yeah. Don't look at another person. Yeah. Face your own journey. If your spirit is okay with it, that I can bear with this challenge, I would carry this cross. Go on and carry it. But what BC said was a very, very important point concerning the fact that may we not be confronted with what would test our value. May we not face the kind of temptation that we will fall for. It's a prayer point, you know, because like I said, that particular story that happened to me, the person sent me a message that he was taking me to Dubai. I say, ew, when I was a single babe in the streets of Lagos, no, they did not use Dubai to catch me. You cannot now, in marriage, use Dubai to catch me. But some people, it's like that. They will feel like,
wow, finally.
Yes. And they will, another time, truthfully, in my life, I had not gone to Dubai then. So I could also look at it and say, hey, my friend, she did not go to Dubai. They offered her. She did not go. So now, 20 years down the line, she's still in a poor marriage. Or I will look at another friend and say, she waited 10 years. After, finally, she started traveling with her husband. There will always be an example for good and an example for evil.
Fantastic.
Choose the one that
okay, let me take this call, then I'll come to you, BC. Good morning. Are you there? Thanks for calling.
Good morning, Morai.
Morning, Mr. Hassan.
I have a question for you, Morai, today.
Okay.
Who told you that men of God are local people in the other room?
A what? A what?
And not
Who told you that
a man of God
You're not supposed
is
to
a
be, sir.
local man in the other room. Let me tell you
They are
one thing.
praying and fasting, sir. Please.
Wait. Let me say it all. Let me say it all. You see, religion, I don't know in Christianity. You see, in Islam, they taught you how to go about it with your wife.
Oh,
You understand?
Islam.
How to go about
Islam is
it, to be
very
romantic.
descriptive.
Don't think that because you are a man of God, then in the other room you'll be failing. You will fail forever. That is number one. Number two, you see this issue of X and excessive. We have to be very careful with it. Because you see this issue of excess, let me start it this way. It's good for a man to be good, it's good for a woman to be good. It doesn't mean that you were destined to be husband and wife. No. There are some girlfriends that are very, very good, and they remain your friends for life. There are some men that are your boyfriend that will remain, that are good, and they remain your friends for life. And you can help them out. You can help their children in life. There's nothing wrong like that. But with that, but you see, the issue is this: you don't go far with it. When you go far with it, emotion will creep in.
Right.
And when emotion creeps in, anything can happen.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Hassan.
So I wanted to say that sometimes before the biggest break comes, there will come first the biggest temptation. The kind of temptation you will see and you say, if I miss this, that is it. I may never get it back. And that's why they say we must learn to keep the faith. You must learn to ask yourself, if I miss this, what's the guarantee that if I take this, what's the guarantee that my life will still not go like this? With everything that I know and everything that I've tried to become, everything I've preserved myself through, what's the guarantee that this will actually lift me? Because sometimes when we see those very juicy opportunities where you have to do evil to get it, it seems like it's lifting you, but you may still come down like this.
Yeah,
so you ask yourself, can I close my eyes from this? I know that this man, wants this relationship to continue even while you're in your marriage, and they're saying that that's the best way that can take you out of that poverty. But even if this doesn't happen, is there any hope that I have in my God that one day he will remember me and take me out of this poverty?
Exactly.
So if you remember, because sometimes when we are faced with those situations, it seems like all hope is lost. There's nothing, there's no other option. But if you look closely, you may actually see other options. And even though you don't see, and you just trust, anything can happen in a few days, in a few weeks. We've seen testimonies of people who said, I got this lucrative opportunity, but he had some illegal things inside. And I held on and I said no. A few weeks later, somebody just called me and said, this happened and that happened, and that was how I came. They give such testimonies in church. So the thing is, ask yourself, like she said initially, can I live with this?
Yeah.
And what's the guarantee that this will even work even if I try it?
Let me take Ade from London. Thank you for calling, Ade.
Yes, good morning.
Morning,
What
sir.
I want to say is this. A mark is a mark. One mark is always remarkable. So, depends on what you and your life have done in the past, and the safety of the guy will be remembering it. So, what you have had the other room before, without it, so that mark will always be remarkable. God bless you.
Thank you, Ade. Ade wasn't clear also. I hope our viewers heard it at home. Go ahead,
I
man.
know we've talked about people who maybe because of poverty are going to make some bad decisions. We need to talk to people who make a lot of money and feel that the world
Belongs to them.
yes.
Yeah.
They can buy anything they want.
They can buy anything they want. They can be anybody anything that they want. So that's, there's that verse in the Bible, give me neither wealth nor poverty, so that I may not think I have too much that I deny you, or too little that, I do something bad. So it's a message for all of us, whether you are poor or rich. Rich people too make mistakes because they feel that they have everything that they need, or
looking for the one they don't
everybody
need.
wants what they have. And I think we see that play out a lot, especially with wealthy men who think, okay, now I started with this young woman when everything was okay, but you know, I remember there was this ex who did not like me when I didn't have any money. Now I have enough money, I can go and chase her, and then she will see now that I'm different, and you know. So even in any situation, just make sure that you're a decent person. I will refer to what you said again, that whatever decision you make, are you going to be able to sit with yourself and ask yourself that this person I've become today, am I proud of this person? And as everything, you know, as we know, everything has its consequences, has its benefits. So are you willing to
take this message from somebody? He says, from my own experience, life has taught me a lot. I've sponsored someone whom I was so intimate with, and I was very sure I would settle with her at the end of the day. But she ended up marrying another person, and I was devastated. Allowing such relationship to such relation close to your matrimonial home is dangerous and can lead to family breakup. I would advise serious measure by taking, as a man, I cannot allow my wife to have any call with her ex in my house, or you choose one. That's my opinion. But I would recall when I was having some little economic challenges, and she heard of challenges and tried to offer me support, but I declined because I never want to have any affairs with my ex again.
Who is
That's
an ex?
somebody who you were
have moved away from
intimate.
now.
Yes.
But if you have not moved away, is she an ex?
Yeah, but you're
This
not
person
in
is
the
telling me.
No, he's an
Telling
ex.
me that this person is not an ex in my head. An ex, you should move away physically, emotionally. You have moved away.
If you
This person
define
is
ex
not
as that,
that means
then
Let me take Victory.
I don't truly have
Exes.
exes.
Good morning, Victory. Thanks for calling.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
First time I will get through to you in 10 years.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I just want to share my experience with
Please.
you ladies. I love Sophie, I love Brian, I love all of you. But I disagree with Sophie this morning that you can visit your ex if you have an issue. Like if it's a doctor, you can go to see him if he can help you out. I disagree with her because if you go with a gynae problem and you have to put off all your dresses for your ex, you need to go ahead to do that.
No.
Now, my experience that I had is this. The wife of my ex wanted a job, and I was in a position to give her a job. So I went ahead to help her. So what I saw later was that my ex started to send very amorous text messages to me. And my husband got to see one of them, and he was very much annoyed with me. I tried to explain to him that I got the wife a job. He said, and so what? So if you don't want your relationship to be in danger, it is very dangerous. Stay away from your ex. You have already done away with him, so let it be so forever. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's take a few messages. Interesting.
You know, interesting. The message, let me just
Yes,
respond
address
a
it,
bit.
yeah.
I remember when I was about to have my first child, and all the things the doctors and everybody did to my body, I was like, what? So all the sit with your leg closed, don't show your body, was so that I will come to the labor room
scatter
and
it.
they will do all the things that they do. Every body part out there for the world to see. So if it happens that she is in labor,
And it's
in
the
one
ex.
village, and it's the ex that is there.
I will not say
Don't hold your head.
Let me take this coming from Prince Ogbudu in Abuja. He said, I'm watching your show at the moment, and I want to disagree with the lady that said men don't go into platonic relationships without looking for something.
Okay.
To me, that is a biased and hateful speech.
It's a man that said it. I
That
just
is
quoted
capable.
Steve Harvey.
She's quoted Steve Harvey. But
Harvey.
let's so see that is a biased and hateful speech that is capable of destroying a good relationship. We are all wired differently in life. All men can never be the same. Neither are women. Yes, for sure. There can be relationships a man will be in without any ever expecting anything from such a woman. They are clean, pure, and nothing in return for the man in such relationships. Going with the mindset that men always expect something will make you see everything that crosses your path as he will. That is the real challenge with many women today. They see everything as he will ask for, even when such a man has nothing absolutely in his mind. I think we should be careful and believe in myself. So it's a mindset that many people believe, men are moved by what they didn't get. Men, they will tell us all those things in church. Oh, the neck is the women are the neck. You know, and we just put these things in our head. Oh, I am the neck. Oh, women are moved by what they see. And suddenly, every single man Women are also moved by what they see.
Yeah,
If I
sure.
see a man who still has TDH, I would look at him twice. Like, who's that brother? Where did he come from? You know? So
Yes, I remember too, you know, when we were young and dating, I just never had any, there's some things that people used to say. I heard about it later. You know, I just figured a man is a man, a woman, we meet and we talk and we get to know each other. But then I met a group of girls who their own mindset was different. Like, oh, don't worry, a man, they made it seem like as long as you're a woman, a man will do anything for you. He wants to be with you or get into your skirt anyhow. I didn't have that mindset. I felt that a man would want to get to know you. So it wasn't that they were completely wrong, but it wasn't true for every man. Do you understand? And so for a lot of things that we say here also, it's not like we're saying it's complete, it's true for everyone, but we can refer to the ones that we have, you know, connected with or we find relatable. So
and again, also to verify what you said, what you're saying is that if a man cannot, it's difficult for a man to be in a platonic relationship with somebody he actually has feelings for.
Yeah.
So that I have an inkling of an idea that I like this girl.
If they find you attractive.
They find you attractive.
It's difficult
hard
to be
for
in
me
a
to be.
platonic relationship.
But, hey,
Yeah.
But they are
But they are
saying
not
that
absolute.
there's some men, it's not
They are
absolute.
not absolute, but though me, I've never seen. There are some men, but they've not come my way. I've not seen. So sometimes too, you would speak based on the experiences and the things you have seen, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But there are no absolutes. There's nobody that will make a statement and say this is 100% and all of that. We're human beings. We have different dynamics. But I wanted to just quickly add small thing. You know that example that you gave, where is the man that had to make the rational decision and taking and all of that. The woman can even find out and still live with the man. Let the woman be the one to make the compromise that this my ex wants to help us. You will find that the man, the husband now, who they are helping, will disconnect from that woman. And then with either the marriage crashes or he starts having another relationship. Men don't take it, even if you are bringing all the bread home. The fact that there's another man, another presence that is helping you make our lives comfortable. Men don't swallow it easily.
There are some men that are taking it, girl.
Are you serious? And they are men?
Yep.
Yes.
In their houses taking it right now.
Okay, as long as he's helping us pay the bills. I beg.
Oh, God. Ever see?
We have to wrap up. Any comments on social media as we wrap up this?
Yes.
So much.
Oladidi said doctors will know where to touch and how to touch. Boost your social psych says they pay tithes to get blessed. They sleep with men to gain favor. Only in Nigeria. Moritala Konde says things are happening in the marriage of some too, religious men and women, that if you hear, you may start practicing your religion with levity.
The more you look, the less you see.
Honestly. Okay, he says, but my question, must you engage in extramarital affairs to gain something? See it that you're having fun. If you're not enjoying it, stay with your spouse. It is not an investment like people say, see tithes.
Okay, we have to wrap up. I think one of the important things one of the reasons why this was an important conversation is to help modern homes, modern relationships to realize that these are conversations that can come up at some point where an ex comes into the family and there's probably a need at the time. But there has to be ways where we build boundaries, understand what you need to do, not to make one party feels insecure over the other. That's on one end. And there's some people that make mature decisions, but they say, you know what, I want to go back to my ex. I've lived with you for 25 years of my life. I've given you 25 years of my life. I'm done with this. And they want to move on with their life. But now, biblically, it's wrong. And also with the Quran, it's wrong. But these are modern times where people are making these kind of decisions. And people must understand that, listen, that's the new world we live in, where people are seeking for happiness, the butterflies, they want something that takes them to a different level. And they don't want to just stay like our mothers just stayed, even though they were unhappy many times. They just stayed. Because for them, you have to stay. But these days, people are saying, you know what, my ex did it for me. I'm going back to my ex. Or my ex is a helper, but we just have to know how to manage these things in a more mature way.
I'll be able to go back to my ex.
Biblically, I would say stick to your marriage and focus on face your front. Regardless, God will never give you energy. God will never give you more you cannot handle. So as long as you are there, God will give you the grace
for you
to handle it, and doors will open for you. That's my own way of.
People don't know that song. I'll be able to go back to my ex-boyfriend.
No, I don't sing any song that has ex inside.
All right. That is all we can take on today's show. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.